Hello everyone and welcome to my world. Today we're going to be doing a getting started guide on Fishing Planet. Regardless of who you are, whether you're the king of Egypt or you're just some goofy guy from East Tennessee, you're going to be starting off at level 1 and you're going to be starting off in Lone Star Lake. Don't come in expecting to make big cash and catching big fish right off the bat because it ain't going to happen. Um, I'm going to give you some advice today, and this is a first in a series. We're going to step to these lakes one by one, depending on their level, keep them all in order, and show you the best places to go, how to catch each type of fish that is available in that location. And yeah, that's pretty much it. We're going to get started with equipment. When you come in, you're going to end up with a one rod. It's going to be a something similar to what I've got here, but you're going to be with, you know, 2 3 pound rod, 2 3 pound reel, 2 pound test line, nothing major. Um, my gear's set up. I'll adjust to the fish as we go. So just ignore what I've got here. You're going to start off with one rod. You're going to have one reel. And you're going to be just floating some breadcrumbs. What we can do here is you've got your inventory. You've got your backpack, your home, your templates, and your license. These are the licenses that you have active or ones that you've purchased, you've got going on. Templates, when you get something set up and you like it, you can come over here and save it. Home is where you'll store all the stuff you're not taking with you on the fishing trip. I'm going to go ahead and dump everything into my home slot. And we'll go from there. All right. Let's see here. When you come in, you're going to be sitting something similar to what are we looking at here? Oh. Let me finish emptying this. All right. Now, you're going to be starting with something similar to this. Low end rod. You're going to be running low end reel. Now, I'm going to explain to you how this works. You've got your rod. The main number you want to look at is this one when setting it up. 2 to 11 pounds. That is how much force the rod can handle. Not necessarily what size line you can put on it. Your reel, max drag, 2.75 on this one. That's the force. That is how much drag, how much force that reel is going to be able to apply to a fish that's fighting it. So you always want your weakest link in your setup to be your line. So we've got 2 to 11 pound, 2.75 pound of drag. So Our max line weight, we want to be 2.75 pounds or lower. I do not think I've got a 2-pound line in here, so I might have to go to the store and buy some. I am going to. All right, this is your shop. Everything's in order here. Blah 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 blah. Okay. So what I'm looking for, we're gonna need some 2-pound test line. It's whatever's cheapest to work. 150 yards. What's that one? 300 yards. 500 yards. That is how, by the way, length. That's how much line's on the spool. 300 yards of line on that spool, 150 yards on that spool. There's a 3-pound, 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 same thing. Okay. So our drag and our rod limits are 2.75 lowest between the two. So we're going to have 2-pound line. 150 yards, so twice that's going to be 300. If I'm just going to go ahead and buy the big roll. So there we go. So now we got it in our inventory. We're just going to click and drag, dropping it there. It's your slider, how much you want to put on there. We're going to take it all the way over to the right because that's the most line that that rod will hold. And hit cut, and it puts it on there. All right. Nothing big going to be going on out here today, so we are going to have to get a bobber. We're just going to go with each bobber has its weight of what it can handle. It's going to be easier to show you here in the shop because there we go. Okay, like the basic goal we just start out with some medium float weight. That means it can hold up medium baits. Cheese, for example, is a lightweight bait. Cricket, lightweight bait. Pet food, lightweight bait. Worms, lightweight bait. Then you get up here to medium to heavy. Okay, heavy. You want to make sure your bobber is going to be able to hold up what the weight is. So we're going to be starting off using bread just like everybody else does. So it's a light weight tackle, so we're going to use a light weight or a low weight float. You can use the heavy. They work just as fine, but they're nowhere near as fun. Okay, so we're going to bring it up there and put it on. Now, next up, hook. Okay, you're going to start out with like a size 10 hook, which I don't have, so I'm going to go ahead and I guess I'll go buy one because it's only fair that I show you how to do this the way it's supposed to be done and not be like, I'm going to use a bigger hook than y'all guys can have. So there's our size 10. Alright, now we got our size 10 hooks. We'll drag it over and put it on there. Our bait, we're going to be bringing our bread. And what other baits are there that you can start out with? Red worms, I think, and cheese are the three that you get from the start. So we're going to go ahead and take the red worms. We're going to put them in our backpack. And we'll take some cheese and put it in our backpack. So now, this is what we got in here. We don't need extra lines, so we'll put it up. We're going to take some hooks just in case we break our line. And we got bait. And that's pretty much it. Let's go ahead And we're going to set up a casting rod with some jigs on it, so y'all guys will be able to be able to show you that here later too. And it's going to be the same way. If I was in the right spot. As you go, you'll be able to buy stuff. You know, look how cool, all this good stuff. So, gonna take her fish net because you gotta have something to put the fish in. Each item that you pick up during your ventures, you always want to keep, you know, it helps out. You know, it helps you carry extra line, extra tackle, blah, 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 blah. But main thing you need to worry about, forget the best rods, forget the best reels, forget the best baits, forget the best line, hooks, all that stuff. The number one thing you want to stay on top of and always have the best top of the line possibly you can get is your net. The bigger the net, the longer you're going to be able to stay, the more money you're going to be able to make. Okay? So, keep that in mind. That's a number one priority in this game. Always keep the biggest net available to you. I don't care if you just bought one that's for 50 pounds worth of fish, and the next fish you cast, next cast you catch a fish and it levels you up, and now you can get a 66 pounder. As soon as you get back to homeland, out of that fishing trip, go to the store, buy your 66 pounder. That's going to give you 16 more pounds to be able to get and bring home, make some cash. Just number one priority, keep that fish net high as you can possibly get it. Okay. Now, got that out of the way. We'll go ahead and don't need all this fancy stuff, but I'm going to take it anyway just because I can. I ain't going to bother with a boat. But anyway, we'll get this second rod set up here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take something ultralight. Here's a 6. There's a value spin. That's an ultra light, super cheap rod that you can get anywhere, anytime. Are you kidding me? I don't have a freaking reel to put on it. What are we looking at here? 6 pound, 6.4 or 6.5, so I can do a 6.4. Guess that'll work. Little different as far as setting up a rod for using lures. Same thing as far as matching your rod and your line. So we're looking at 6.5, 6.4. The weakest link is going to be my line, so I need something under 6.4. So what I'm going to do is go in here and get some 6 pound. We will see here what the heck I got going on. There's some 5.5 braided. We'll do 5.5. How much will that hold? 820 freaking yards. Jesus. Ain't no way in heck I'd need that much reel on. How big's that freaking reel? I'm gonna have to go buy a freaking reel because I don't have any. Alright, y'all are costing me way too much money here. Mini spin, we'll go ahead and buy another mini spin. Because that'll be perfect for what we need. Alright. Now we're going to put that mini spin on there, okay. So we're looking at 4 pounds drag, so we're going to put some 3 pound line on it. 3 pound, see if I've got any pre-cut 3 pound line. see any. Alright. We could do 2. No. Gotta do 3. So we'll put that over there. We'll stretch it out. It's going to hold 146 yards. We'll take it. Alright. Lure weight. There's your key. Okay. This rod can handle up to a 5/8 ounce bait lure. Nothing more. So what we're going to do is we're going to come down here. The higher your weight, the closer you can get to this number, the farther it's going to cast. Okay, so let's start out with putting 5/8 is a little over a 1/2 ounce, so let's rock a 1/2 ounce jig head. You want to? All we got's a 2/0. Have to work. Okay, and it'll let you know if it's overweight. So, all right. So what we gonna do now is we're gonna put something on that. I love fishing with a 2-inch shad. It does great for me. The next thing I am going to bring is a 1/4 ounce popper. These aren't available right off the bat for you, but they're my favorite. It didn't keep my... Okay. Where's my 5-ounce jig head? Or my 1/2 ounce jig head. 5 ounce, Jesus. We'll put that in our backpack. Alright. We're going to want to take, as well as the yellow shad, we're going to take a dark shad, and we're going to take a white shad. We might take that too, because we might be playing in the weeds and break some. All right. Yeah, I think that's all we're gonna need for that rod. The rest of this is kind of iffy as far as you needing to bring it. I don't advise it. It's your basics. If you do want to bring something, maybe top water, if you can get it, you know, just a small popper or something like that. I love the little pink frog popper, so we'll take a couple poppers and top waters just to have a little fun. But it's pretty much all. If you can get it, if it's available to you, the mini jigs will come available not too long after you hit probably level 3, I think, maybe 4, something like that. But those are always good to take as well, especially with the light tackle. All right, so we've learned what this means. We've learned what these are and how to match it up. We know the weakest link should always be your line. It's easier to replace a lure and some line than it is a rod or reel. A lot cheaper. You've learned how to do backpack, what the difference between a home and a backpack is. Let's save this. Let me show you how to save this stuff. So this is going to be my lightweight setup for Texas. So what we're going to do is go to templates. Okay. Let's we'll hit there. What we'll do is we're going to name it Texas Light, and we're going to save. What have we done there? Okay, let's try this again. Okay, there it goes. It pulled it over now. Okay. We're Save it now. Okay, it's saved. Now we're going to rename it Texas Light. And I don't like the fact that it doesn't have a capital L. Alright, Texas Light, and we're going to save it. Now, it's changed it. There's our Texas Light. Okay. Now, we're going to do another one. We're going to call this one Texas Float. And we're going to save it. So now we've got them saved. All we got to do is pull the stuff out into our backpack, hit that button, and boom, it throws it in there. Alright, rest of these I ain't going to bother filling up because you ain't going to have them available anyway. Don't think there's anything else you need to know. So that's it. Now, as far as getting your setup, now we're going to talk about the map a little bit. First thing you got here is your lake information. Read it. It's a lot of good information in there. You're going to learn a lot about how to find the fish, where to find the fish, and what to do. Tells you everything about the lakes. Even how many people are playing that lake. Okay. Next thing, very important, very important. This is your weather forecast. The higher this hump, the better the fishing at that time. So premium fishing for today is going to be between 1 o'clock and 5 o'clock. This area here. These are going to be your slow times. Okay. Same thing with night. The best time to fish is going to be around 10 o'clock and then from 3 a.m. to 5 a.m. Okay. Tells you the weather, sunny day, which is something else you're going to want to pay attention to. On sunny days, it's best to use brighter lures. Your yellows and your, what's that special word they use for yellow? Good Lord. The yellowy green color. I'm sure y'all know what I'm talking about. But just bright colors. Cloudy days, you want that dull, dark color. It just helps out to know stuff like that. But yeah, that's your fishing time. If you're like sitting here at 6 o'clock in the morning, you're like, why ain't I catching any freaking fish? This game sucks. That's why it's not the prime time. You know, you gotta wait. You can go hit the T button while you're sitting there without your line cast in. Just hit the T key on your keyboard. It'll pop up this little slider bar, allow you to fast forward to any time of the day you want. Now, once you fast forward, you can't go back. And once you select the time, it's going to cost you either a gold coin to do it again, or you're going to have to wait. It's like 45 minutes. But, yep, pay attention. Pay attention to the day and the weather. Pay attention to the time. It'll save you a lot of headaches. Next thing on here is your fish species. Each one, you know, check them out. Blacktail, okay, tells you exactly how big they get, what they eat, where you can find them. So I'm trying to catch catfish. Well, read it right here. Read it. Tells you the bait and everything. Bluegill, everything. Tells you everything. You know, trophy bluegill. Okay, tells you the sizes you're going to be able to catch as well here. Your white crappie, your red ear sunfish, and your bluegill. All trophies available to pull out of here. No uniques here in Texas. But, you know, the information's here, guys. Use it. Don't harass the people you're fishing with. Okay. All right. License. Everybody's going to start out with your basic Texas license. Unlimited doesn't cost you anything. Not a freaking dime. This here would be the second piece of advice I'm going to give you if you're going to buy something. these coins here, if you're saving them up to buy something special, advanced license. It ain't got to be Texas. You can do Missouri. You can save them up and do Michigan. You can, buy your coins and buy each license however you want to do it. But that's going to save you a lot of time. Now, with the advanced license, you're going to be able to release any of these. You catch it, you want to keep it, you don't want to keep it, that's fine. That's fine. If this does confuse you, down here it tells you, release. Fish must be released at once. Place it into a keep net or stinger is forbidden. Okay. So these fish have to be released. I think I said they have to be kept, didn't I, earlier? Anyway, they have to be released immediately. Don't keep them. Take. You must keep this fish. Okay. It's like $100 fine per fish of these that you catch and you don't release. This one, $1,000 fine. If you catch a fish that's not supposed to be released and you release it, it's $1,000. Okay. Night fishing, forbidden unless you have the advanced license. You can stay and fish all night. Okay. Just read your information, guys. Everything is in here for you. There's no need to be aggravating the people that are trying to learn and play the game as well. Okay. I'm not trying to be a jerk. I'm not trying to be a prick. I'm just telling you, take a little bit of time. Research, read, all the information's here in the game for you, okay? I want to catch catfish. What do I use for bait? Well, it's, it's one screen away right here. Catfish, pet food, leeches, small cut bait, large cut bait, blood bait, crawfish, the crawls. It's just right here. It tells you everything you need to know. Please, 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 please read the information, okay? And it's for all the fish. So, but we've covered that. We've covered that. Your shop. It's always best to purchase your stuff while you're on your home screen. Once you get to the lake, they've got select items, and that's it. Everything's not available, and everything's more expensive. Okay, so basically this is your Walmart. Everything's on sale. You got anything you want. But once you get to the lake, the selection is limited and the prices are higher. It's like going to that specialized bait shop right next to your fishing hole. Okay, they're going to charge you an arm and a leg. But you got your rods, you got your reels, lines, your tools, equipment, vests, all that good stuff that you can get here. Terminal tackle, that's your bobbers and hooks, lures, that's pretty much anything you can throw out there that's not bait. And bait, that's pretty much anything you can throw out there. It's not a lure. You got your boats, kayaks. These actually do come in handy in some of the maps. So consider saving up that 30,000, 33,000 when you hit level 15 and buy it. Well worth it. License, same thing, man. If you can get the permanent, the advanced license, get them. Save up these coins. Buy the unlimited. Get them. Okay. Services, it's just basically more storage and marking buoys. You'll earn buoys as you go throughout the game to mark special locations and stuff around the area. If not, you can come in here for one coin and buy a buoy. Come here and spend 7 of the coins and get 10 of them. It's, yeah, but that's what they're for. You can add more templates like we saved the rod setup earlier, as well as storage for your house. Okay, if you want storage for your inventory though, your backpack, that's where these are going to come in handy. All these items. Your nope, tools and equipment. You know, your fish that you're gonna be able to keep. Fish hut, like I said, always stay on top of it. To keep the biggest freaking net you can have. #1 priority. Okay. Seriously, #1 priority. Okay. Get that in your head. What did I say? #1 priority. You're gonna appreciate that device more than anything else. I'm telling you right now in this video. Take this this old denim for an example. You're gonna be able to pick up 5 pieces of tackle and 1 extra line. So you'll be able to carry extra line with you and 5 extra pieces of tackle. This one here is gonna let you carry 2 rods. It's only 1,000 coins. You can have it at level 3. So your fish nets are live nets. So you're gonna be able to release the fish. You know, if you decide, well, that 3-pound bass ain't as cool as this 5-pound bass, I'm gonna let this 3-pound one go. So that's what these are for. These, once you stick a fish, once you decide to keep a fish, the fish is not, you can't let the fish go. Okay. All right, that's your tools and equipment. We got hooks, baits, bows, blah, blah, blah. And then you got your premium shop where you're going to be able to buy your daily or your premium account. Picks you up about 10% more experience and money per trip. This here is where you're going to buy all your gold coins. This here is where you're going to buy your pond passes. So, you can buy a 3-day California pass and be on the water for 3 days. So it's $2.50. But all right, well that's that. Events. This is where you'll be able to participate in fishing tournaments. You know, each tournament is species specific. Each tournament is level specific. Like here's your common carp tournament. It's going to be taking place in the lake there in California. You know, this is your register time, your competition time, how long you got. Tells you everything about it, what you can use, what you can't use, what blah 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 blah, how much the entry fee is, the weather condition for that day, the prizes, you know, right down to how long you got before the tournament starts. Here's your calendar. It's the same thing, just different go about way of doing it. And then your tournaments, which I have none right now. But yeah, okay. We've done that, 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 we've done that. Okay, the next thing in line is your tab. So this is going to keep track of all your good stuff. Each kind of fish, your largest one you've caught. Over here, you know, your level, your big coin money, your cash, when your premium account runs out, right down to how long you've been playing. You know, this is my 11th day, you know, been playing the game for 11 days now. How long you got to your next level, how much fish you caught, the commons, the trophies, the uniques. All 9 of those uniques have been freaking northern pike. Every one of them. How many trophies you won in competition. You know, you got each fish, the largest you caught, what size, what time, where, and what bait. You can even go in here and take a look at it in the 3D Check it out, man. You spin the fishy around, get him dizzy, all kinds of cool stuff. All right, over here is your challenges. It's good stuff here, man. Like I said with the buoys here earlier. Okay? Each you gonna be able to earn free equipment basically, and free coins, free money, and all that stuff by completing these challenges. So, and there's a lot of them. But that's pretty much it for as far as your profile page goes. Next up on here is your records. Okay, got your global records, your competitions, your fish, and my fish. So say we'll do fish for example. Go down here, we'll do catfish, and we'll do the lake. Okay, tells you here, just tells you this guy here, he caught the largest catfish in the lake so far. He was level 36. It was a trophy channel cat. It weighed 14.427 pounds. And yeah, if we scroll down here to number 23, I've got the 23rd largest catfish to come out of this lake so far. So I'm kind of proud of that. But yep. So when you catch one of the big ones, go back, look at it, see if you got something to brag about. Hey man, I got the 23rd biggest catfish to come out of this lake. I'm awesome. But this Tennessee Jack dude, no, has no relation to me. Don't know the man. I've seen him around a couple times, and it kind of got on my nerves that he's got one higher than me. Just one, just one. But yeah, okay. But yeah, that's all it is to that one. Then you've got your friends. Okay, there we go. I'm not going to go through too many details on that. Then here is your help page. Got a question? Come here and check it out. You know, don't screw with the people in the game. And then your settings. Bobber size. This is one of my favorite settings. Okay. Well, let's start at the top. Pick your language. Units, that's what you want to see. Do you want it to be metric or imperial? Simple. Okay. This one I would change to pro. Okay. You got the simple one. It just shows you one bar. Okay. You want all your stress to be on this bar. This is the one you want to get as high as you can without it turning, past that second to last bar. Because when it gets all the way up, you're taking damage. You're going to break your line. These you always want to keep below this one. If this line is below these when you're catching a fish, when you're fighting a fish, rework it. But yep, that right there. Okay, bobber size. It doesn't affect how the bobber floats or how much weight it can. It's just what you visually see. So I keep it on big because I'm old and blind. But yeah, that's all I'm going to show you. That's going to do it. I appreciate you stopping in today and taking up 39 minutes of your life. But I hope this video helped out. And stick around, come back, check it out for the next video. And as always, I appreciate you stopping by my world. The door is always open. Feel free to come in. If you'd like to give me a thumbs up, subscribe. If you didn't, hit that thumbs down button and just kind of show your way out the door, self out the door. And if you decide to come back, that's cool. You're always welcome. But thanks for stopping in. You have a wonderful night.